Hello YouTubers and Facebookers, this is Andrew here. I'm presenting this video here to you now from Long Beach here in California. Since my last video vlog update that I had in Atlanta, I've had a really good time catching up with my cousins Lauren and Wendell in Atlanta, and also getting to see my auntie and uncle, whom I haven't visited in Atlanta since I was 8 years old. And we got up to a lot of things, like I saw Stone Mountain, which is like a massive granite mountain in Atlanta. Also managed to see the Georgia Aquarium, which is apparently the largest aquarium in the world. It has an enclosure that's the size of a football field and encloses 4 whale sharks. So that was very impressive. Also got to go see the CNN Tower with my cousin Lauren, and had a tour around the CNN Tower. If you're not sure what CNN is, it's like a big worldwide news corporation that presents news 24/7, and it is awesome to be able to walk through the studios and see people newscasting and collecting news real time and presenting it to the world from the studio that they had there. With my cousin, I also went to go visit the German town of Helen, which is just north of Atlanta. Really cool foods out there, and it's quaint and beautiful and quite quirky because it's an interesting touristing spot. Also had the opportunity to go up in a small airplane with my cousin Wendell, who is actually training to be a commercial pilot. And so we went in a small Cessna plane which would seat about 3 people, and got to fly over the suburbs of Atlanta and over Lake Lanier, and also their house, which was awesome. I got to do the takeoff of the airplane and also steer around a bit, and that was quite fun. Got to spend Easter with the family, and also went ahead and bought a couple of MacBook Pros. I'm currently working on one now, and also I bought one for my parents, which I hope to take one home later when I get back to New Zealand. Since Atlanta, I've flown over to Chicago, and I spent 3 days in Chicago. I stayed in a small part of Chicago called Greek Town, where it's got a Greek theme about that part of town, Greek foods, Greek buildings. Even the hostel I stayed in had a Greek theme about it. It was called the Parthenon. And I thoroughly enjoyed my time in Chicago. It is a beautiful city, and it is so, as I described in a photo album, it is architecturally intense. Everywhere you look in that city, there are beautiful buildings, and I found the other tourists there within Chicago to be quite friendly as well. They were keen to take photos and be spoken with about the city and their travels. On one particular day in Chicago, I spent 9 hours walking through the city, and I got to see most of the attractions through there, like Millennium Park. Got to see the Bean, the Harris Theatre, the John Hancock Tower, the Sears Tower, Navy Pier. A lot of really well-known parts of Chicago, things like the downtown CTA trains, the ones that are suspended by rails that go above the roads. Lots of photos and lots of videos, and I hope you've had the opportunity to see them. In my last video, you would have seen me in the Naperville store and the Apple store. I got to catch up with my friend Joe finally, and it was really cool to walk with him through Chicago and also get to see a bit of Naperville itself. Naperville is a beautiful town. I got the opportunity to go with him, with his friend Bucky, down to the youth group, and met all of their friends down in Naperville as well. And so I made some really good friends out in Naperville. It was a good time. Since Chicago, I spent 4 days in Tulsa and Siloam Springs in Arkansas with my friend Tyler. Tyler and I have known each other through the internet, I don't know how many months now, but we got in contact through YouTube because we're both Christian, we both had the same interests in music, and we both film with the same camera. And it was so good to finally see him in his university where he studies at John Brown University, meet his friends, see the campus, see a little bit of Siloam Springs, and also Tulsa. We went to a rock concert out there and saw Decipher Down and also Disciple, which are 2 really amazing bands. It was really good to mosh out there because I haven't been moshing for a long time. Also, I got the opportunity to pick up the MacBook Pros out in Tulsa because I sent them out that way. And very soon I'm going to start editing on the Final Cut Studio suite, Final Cut Studio 3. So I'm jumping ship from the Adobe side of things, and in future I'll start editing in Final Cut because it's more commercially acceptable, and I think being bilingual in Adobe and Final Cut side of things will be very good to have. This morning I left Tulsa. after having left Siloam Springs, and I had an amazing time getting to know Tyler, and he's become a really cool friend. I've really enjoyed hanging out with him there. I departed Tulsa at 6 o'clock this morning and transited through Chicago, sat in Chicago airport for 5 hours, and then came through to Los Angeles this afternoon at about 3:30, where I've met Jen and Jenny, who are my vlog story friends, who I was in a collaborative video channel with a few months back for a few months. And it's so good to be able to see two of the crew of which make vlog story. So all three of us are together now, and this afternoon we walked around Long Beach, just around the waterfront here. Long Beach, California is beautiful, especially at night. A lot of amazing things, and in many ways it's quite similar to Wellington City. Just the lights and the harbour and the restaurants and just the nightlife buzz. It's quite similar to Wellington, and it's cool to be here. I'm actually presenting this vlog to you now from a Western hotel here in Long Beach, believe it or not. Jen's dad very kindly set me up for tonight in a hotel room. Would you look at that? With a freaking, king-size bed and an amazing bathroom. And if you look through here, this is the night lights of, let's dim my screen, the night lights of Long Beach. And it is beautiful out there. What else? From tomorrow, I'm going to be going to the Coachella Music Festival. This is an amazing story. Coachella is very expensive to go to, but I've really wanted to try find means and ways of getting to Coachella, and I applied for a volunteership program which would allow me to work at Coachella for at least 18 hours and in return go to Coachella for free. And there's a whole lot of amazing bands that I'm looking forward to going to see at Coachella. In particular, Mute Math, because they are my most favorite band ever, and I'm very much looking forward to finally seeing them. I've in fact extended my flight tickets by 1 week so that I can go see them at Coachella. For the Thursday and Friday, I'll be working at Coachella on the toll booths, so I will be, checking tickets of people coming into the Coachella Music Festival for the Thursday and Friday, and I should be free to just, roam and do whatever I want to on the Saturday and Sunday. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing Eli and Fallon, and also I'm going to meet up with a new friend, Brooke, who is also a New Zealander, who I got in contact with via an email from that I got from Rio de Janeiro. I met her friend in Rio de Janeiro who is from Wellington, and we both know the same people from the same high school. It's a very small world. And that's what I'm discovering about YouTube and Facebook, is the world is becoming smaller and smaller because I'm making contacts through YouTube and Facebook and just simply meeting them. And so I'm very much looking forward to the Coachella Music Festival. After that, there is the opportunity for me to go stay on the Queen Mary ship, which is just here in Long Beach, because Jenny's mom works on that ship and she might be able to pull a couple of strings, and so I might be living on a ship until I come back to New Zealand. I fly out of here on Friday midnight, and I will be arriving back in Wellington, New Zealand on about midday on Sunday, the 25th. And the next day I start work at the Salvation Army again. Again, like I say, this trip has been an almighty blessing from God. There is no other explanation by that. There's unexpected things that just crop up and make this trip amazing. And I'm having a really good time, and I look forward to being able to, again, I say it again, I want to post videos and I want to post photos, but when I get the time to sit down at home and do so, I will share all. Thank you for listening, family and friends. I know this was a long video, but there have just been so many amazing things about this trip, which I look forward to sharing with you more in depth. This was just a summary, and there are so many things I've had to skip over because I would talk too long, and I'm still talking too long. I love you lots, and I'll catch up again with you later. Bye. Take care.